Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today we have so much to talk about, but first I want to start off and thank everyone for your wonderful support. Last night we reached having 5,000 subscribers, and it is truly a dream come true for us. So thank you very much to every single one of you who has decided to subscribe and join our Let's Go family, and I really appreciate all of your kind comments. So many of you have sent us congratulations and love through the comments, and thank you so very much. That just makes all the difference. And also thank you all for all the wonderful comments you are always giving. You give wonderful comments that help each other and help us an awful lot, so thank you. We are really glad that every single one of you is here with us, and so thank you, thank you, thank you. We have a lot planned for the Let's Go family, and so if there is anyone here who hasn't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. You are not going to want to miss it, and we really need you here with us. And so I'd like to welcome all of our Let's Go family members, and also welcome to all of you who are new. We are really glad that you're here and have decided to stay. So first of all, I hate to say it, but today is cancellation day for Princess. They have announced that they are canceling all of the cruises for the Sapphire Princess for Asia and Australia clear and through October 29th of 2022. She was due to start sailing again, the Sapphire Princess, on August 28th, but now instead of deploying over for Asia and Australia, she is going to be coming back and cruising off of the California coast for the summer and the fall of 2022. She will be doing sailings to Mexico, Hawaii, and along the California coast. Now, as you may know, if you have one of these cruises booked, you have three options. You can move over to an equivalent cruise if you want to, which is really very awesome because those cruises selling for next year are costing more than the ones did for this year. And so it's a great time to go ahead and get one of those cruises without having to pay the price that it will be doing, that it'll be costing next year. And so if you are on one of those canceled cruises, don't just cancel and think, oh, I'll pick it up next year. You're going to want to move over to one of the canceled cruises. And they have several of them that the itineraries are so close. And they've got them, it's really interesting. So there are 3 different ships that they're doing the equivalent cruises on. First of all, they're doing them on the Royal Princess, and those are in October of 2022 and November of 2023. The Grand Princess will be doing some of them of November 2022 and October of 2023. And then finally, the Majestic Princess, which is now one of our very favorite cruise ships, September, November, and December of 2022. They will be having a lot of those cruises as well. And I thought that was really great news that they're doing this and that those equivalent cruises are indeed going sometimes during this year, because it doesn't mean that they're having to cancel everything in those regions, but it does mean that they're moving the Sapphire Princess. And so I wanted to bring you up to date on that. If you have one of those cruises booked, you have the option to get all of your money back or take the fare part of the cruise as a future cruise credit, and then they'll still refund you like your port taxes and like excursions, drink packages, anything else you had paid for, or you can just move as you are over to one of those equivalent cruises. And along with that, I wanted just to remind everybody on those future cruise credits that you get or that you have gotten, you can use those to pay for lots of different things. You can use them to book a new cruise for you and your travel companion. You can use yours on theirs. You can use it to pay for port taxes and fees. You can use it for easy air flights. There's lots of things. And so you can, don't worry, you don't only have to use it on the fare part of a cruise. I just wanted to make sure everybody remembers that. And so that's kind of everything about that cancellation. If you've got any questions or need any help, you can either email me or put it in the comment section below. The next thing that I wanted to talk to you is about the booster requirement on cruises. Now yesterday, you will remember that I shared with you that Princess had updated their COVID health protocols, and on their COVID health protocols it indicates that boosters are still highly recommended. It does not say that they are recommended, but I would like to say a big thank you both to Catherine and to Barbara in our Let's Go family. They both commented yesterday and let us know that they are booked on upcoming transatlantic cruises. And yesterday, Princess contacted them and let them know that a booster would be required for that sailing. Well, all the sailings on the transatlantics, actually. It's because when they get where they're going, those are required by the ports there. And so I honestly think, like I've said before, we are going to be seeing a lot more boosters required, especially as we have cruising in Europe this summer. And it'll be interesting to see, but I bet you in Australia they're going to require it, and in Asia as well. And so just kind of keep your ear out. One thing I really did like is, like I told you yesterday, in the Princess COVID health protocols, they pointed out, it says new vaccination port entry requirements can change without notice. And so they recommend that you stay up to date on your vaccinations. So make sure that if you're going to be cruising, you're on top of that, because it's required for everyone who is eligible. So right now the eligibility is, as if you got the Johnson & Johnson at 2 months, you are eligible for the booster. And then for the Pfizer or Moderna at 5 months, you are eligible. That's where it sits right now. So make sure that you pay attention, because you don't want to miss a cruise because you weren't up to date with that vaccine. And so just keep that in mind. The next thing that I wanted to let you know about, you know what else I wanted to tell you? For those transatlantic cruises, they are also requiring an additional test at the port. So everyone going has to do that test that's required within 2 days of embarkation, and then there at the port, it'll be included complimentary. You won't have to pay extra for it, but you will have to do another test as you board the ship. So just wanted to let you all know about that. The next thing that I wanted to make sure that you know about is, it looks like really the percentage of capacity that our cruise ships are going to be sailing at is starting to increase again, which I think is absolutely wonderful. Although we have really enjoyed this lovely part to cruise like we have never cruised before on ships that had such a low capacity. And indeed, there was something special about that, but we can't go on like that forever, and surely the cruise lines can't. And so our Let's Go family member, Tracy, she was on the line with Princess yesterday, and the rep told her that the Regal Princess will be sailing at 70% capacity next week. And so the reason that I'm telling you that is twofold. Part of it is you don't have to worry that it's going to be 100% yet, because I am sure they are still keeping some cabins for quarantining just in case they need to. But it sounds like demand is up again. People aren't so worried because the Omicron variant seems to be that infection. What would you call that? The number of people coming down with that is greatly decreasing, and we're going to be able to get back to where we were before that, which I think is awesome. And so thank you, Tracy, for letting us know that. And all of you who will be sailing soon, it sounds like that it's going to be going up again, but you're not going to be packed by any means, so don't worry about that. Yesterday, I had heard that the Majestic Princess will be sailing at 100% capacity, and I am waiting to hear back from one of our Let's Go family members. She said that she would get back to me on it, and if I missed that comment, Joanne, I apologize. I'll keep my eye out. But Jeffrey, one of our Let's Go family members, I love that he thought of this. He said, is probably going to be at 100% of what they will allow to be booked, because like I said, they're still going to keep some cabins for quarantining, and they're not ready to go at 100% yet. And so maybe it will be at 100% of what they would allow, but by no means will every cabin on the ship be occupied. So I wanted to let you all know that. So if any of you have, I've had a couple of people ask me what I think the cruise ships will be sailing at over the next couple of weeks. And so I will love to hear from you as you all get on those cruises, because the ships, they go to different places. I think that some ships going to certain places, maybe more people particularly want to go to that location, but it will just be really fun to hear how they are filling up and how everything is going. So if you wouldn't mind, keep us all up to date. Let me know and I'll pass it along. on. The next thing that I wanted to let you know about is our Let's Go family member, Amy. She is booked on the Oceania repositioning cruise, and she received notice yesterday from them saying that they will be doing the masking the same as Norwegian. And the way I let you know yesterday, on Norwegian, they're sailing at 100% vaccinated. And Oceania is owned by Norwegian, and so on theirs, they'll also be sailing with the vaccinated, the 100% vaccinated, but they are not going to make people wear a mask. It's completely optional. If the guest wants to, they can. They recommend that you do, but it's entirely up to the guest. And as Amy said, she thinks it's a good thing for people to take responsibility for their health. And I really like that. If you're someone that has a health condition that you should be wearing a mask, or of course if you've been ill and could still be ill, you should wear a mask out of courtesy to other people. But everybody should, she said she thinks it's a good thing to be responsible about that. So thanks, Amy, and thanks for sharing with us that on Oceania, you don't have to wear a mask if you don't want to. And the other thing I wanted to point out to do with masking is that, you know, I think that a lot of us, well, of course we don't want to have to wear a mask. Nobody in real life wants to have to wear a mask. But I just want to point out that, you know, there's lots of different cruise lines. They're all kind of handling this a little bit like Norwegian took that mask requirement away. And so in a way, people love that. But at the same time, like on Princess, they are still doing some exemptions for people that don't want the vaccine either for a medical reason or for closely held religious beliefs. But like on Norwegian right now, you can't do that because they can only sail, they're only sailing with 100% vaccinated passengers and crew. So I think that there's a way forward for everybody here is what I'm kind of trying to say. And so when you think about what experience you want, just try to find the cruise ship that kind of matches the best or the cruise line. And I think that will help all of us. The last thing on that topic is James. He was just at San Pedro sailing on the, I believe the Majestic, he said, and right next door to where Pier 91 is, there where the Majestic Princess is going in and out, there's the USS Iowa is right there. And when we were there in October, they had a testing site there. And at that time, though, you had to have an appointment. So if you were there, and they were busy, and so if you were there to go on a cruise, it would have been harder to just walk over and say, I need a test. But he said that it worked really good. He got tested. It was $100. They had the results in 15 minutes. And so keep that. And I looked up that test site online, and the address for it here is 250 South Harbor in San Pedro. And it looks like, from what I can tell on the website, is you can walk up or you can have an appointment. With an appointment, you maybe wouldn't have to wait as long, they say, but you can walk up if you need. Now, as far as the Emerald Princess goes, we've got two great passengers, and one of them, I really appreciate her update. So if you're not familiar, right now, the Emerald Princess was doing the full transit, going clear around to Los Angeles. And so Marcy let us know that she is going, you know, she is doing this direction, and then she is getting off in Los Angeles. Well, another passenger that she knows and a couple of people she has spoken with are going back again. And they have been told that it looks like they will be able to call in Cartagena, Colombia on their way back, because on the way there they weren't able to. But the word is that it's going to be open again for people to start calling there by the time they get back around. So I am really excited for all of you who are boarding the Emerald Princess. It's sounding really hopeful that you will be able to stop in Cartagena. So we'll be really excited to hear from you. I have not heard about Nicaragua yet, so we'll just look forward to hearing from all of you. And then John, who is also on the Emerald Princess, he has been kindly sending us updates. And so yesterday was a sea day, and he said that it was awesome. He said that the weather was beautiful, and there were lots of activities going on board, but no matter where you went, there was not a long line and it wasn't crowded. So that was really nice. And then today they are in Puerto Vallarta. So we will look forward to hearing from him about how Puerto Vallarta went. But both Marcy and John keep commenting how fabulous it is to cruise, that things are going wonderfully, they're having a great time. And so I just wanted to let you know, if you're booked on the Emerald, don't worry about it. And if you're thinking of booking the Emerald, I can't figure out what's holding you back, go ahead. So we also have Ken. He is on the Regal Princess. They just left on Saturday, and this is he and his wife's first cruise back. since the cruising restart, and he was just sharing how wonderful it is to be sailing again. I thought it was sweet that he said we're a little out of practice, but they're getting right back into it, and he said that everything on the ship is just perfect. So I really appreciated that. Now I've got 2 questions for everyone that maybe you can help all of our Let's Go family members out with. The first one is from Catherine, and she and her husband got upgraded to a mini suite. And she is wondering, since that has a bathtub, does anybody know if there's like a non-slip mat anywhere in the bathroom or anywhere in that mini suite to put down in the bathtub? That's our big question. So if you could help us with that, if anybody knows that sailed in a mini suite there. And I don't think she told me which ship it was. But it would seem to me that if one ship has it, hopefully a lot of the others would. So if anybody could say. And then our other question is from Eileen, and she is wondering, they're going to be on the Enchanted Princess, and she is wondering if anybody has been on the Antigua beach break, and the code for that for excursions is AN, like in Nancy, U280. If you have, can you comment on what beach that goes to? They are hoping it goes to Turner's Beach. So if anybody knows if it's Turner's Beach or another beach, can you comment, because that will really help her out. And so if anybody has any other questions like that, you can let me know, because this is a great way to get help. And I think that I value your opinion more than if I read reviews somewhere. Eileen had said she had tried to be on hold with Princess to ask them about it, and let me tell you, I don't think they're going to be able to answer that question. Whenever I ask really particular questions about excursions and things like that, I haven't found that really calling Princess that they know. And so you all are an amazing resource, and thank you for helping my husband and I so much. Thanks for helping each other. And if you've got questions about anything else as well, just type those in the comments as well, and we'll get right back to you. Thank you again for all of your wonderful love and for your support, and just thank you so very much. And if you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up, because that really helps us out. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.